stepmother is because stepmother doesn't like the real children to take inheritance from the father. She wants to stop. So we cannot take inheritance from Baba, if you are not awake. So whenever you have this kind of thought in the early morning, understand Maya is here as my stepmother to give me lullaby. Make me go to sleep. So you should disrespect her by doing against what your thought says. Wake up, sit down, and start talking to Baba. So when Maya gets insulted few times, she will never come back to you. Experiment and see. Now, before carelessness comes, laziness comes first. So when laziness comes, I feel tired, I feel sleepy, I feel my energy level is going down. So I begin to give excuses. So when I start to go into the stage of excuse, slowly the real form of carelessness, negligence begins. So when there is enemy in the form of laziness, their language is, how do you know someone is lazy? Baba said in one of the Murli, their language is ge. Ge means karenge, sochenge, dekhenge, I will see, I will try. So they won't make a promise. They will always use this language of procrastination. That is coming of Maya slowly. But when I am careless, my language is different, very royal. I will tell you later. Let us first of all understand lazy language and change the language. Instead of I will see, I will try, no, I will do it. I am the one who have to do it. Determination. So once you will have that willpower, you can chase away laziness easily. But if I allow laziness to continue, it takes on the form of carelessness. So what are some of the signs, subtle and gross form of carelessness? What are some of the signs by which we can recognize that Maya in the form of carelessness has come? So the first sign is we will be making mistakes, but we do not realize we are making mistake, and we try to justify wrong as right. So when that happens in my life, that is one of the sign of carelessness. The second sign of carelessness is comparison. See, when we came in the knowledge in the beginning, we did not see anybody. We saw only Baba and ourselves. So we begin to progress faster. Now, as we grow in Brahmin life, we begin to compare ourselves with others. So when that thought comes to my mind, that is another sign that shows me that Maya is now creeping in the form of carelessness. And the third important sign, as I said, the one who is careless speak the language of to. Lazy people speak gay. Careless souls speak to because they compare themselves with others. Like yesterday Baba said in the Murli, they will say, oh, Maharathis also get angry. Maharathis also don't wake up at Amrit Vela. You know, Maharathis also don't listen to Murli every day. But Baba has already told us, when somebody gets angry, at that time they are not Maharathi. Don't see them in that way. They are effort makers. So when I see them in this vision, I won't compare. Otherwise, I will say, oh, if they can get angry, if I get angry, so what? I am allowed. So we begin to speak the language of comparison. And so our speed of effort slow down. And the fourth sign by which we can understand carelessness is coming into my life is when I justify. You know, people, because of ego, they try to justify themselves. As I said, wrong as right. So they cannot move forward. So I should not try to justify myself or prove myself. When you speak the truth is revealed automatically. It reveals you automatically. You don't need to worry about it. So when I am careless, one big mistake I do is lack of self-realization. So there is no transformation. Realization leads to transformation. So instead of self-realization, I begin to see others, and so I am left behind. That is why Baba had asked us to renounce 3 things. Give up thinking about others, blaming others, and having waste thoughts about others, parchintan. So when I begin to play blame game, that is a sign of Maya in the form of carelessness. Anything I do, and if I am given correction, you say, no, I did not do it, that one did it. So that is why I also did. So I never take responsibility of correcting, improving myself. Always my finger is pointing towards others, blaming others. I consider myself to be blameless. Others I blame. So, it is something like they talk about in Bible. That is how the blame game started. So I should check myself and see. If I don't take responsibility for my mistake, if I don't take responsibility for my self-progress and put the blame on others, that is Maya in the form of carelessness. And very simple way of understanding carelessness is not to repeat the same mistake again and again. As we say, we are all allowed to make mistake one time. Second time we are told about what mistake is, so we say, sorry, I won't do it again. But if I keep repeating the mistakes again and again, I lose my self-respect. And when there is loss of self-respect, self-ego comes. So the sign of carelessness, royal carelessness, is ego. E-G-O. How do you define ego? Ego is equal to fear. When you have ego, which is called wrong identification about yourself, I am not body, I am a soul, but I identify myself as body. So I get ego of body consciousness, and because of having attachment to the wrong identity, I develop attachment. And attachment brings fear. Why? Because you have the fear of losing something. And that is how ego brings fear. And ego is because of lack of self-respect. So this is why we must check, whether I am suffering from self-ego, which is carelessness. Royal ego also. It may not be obvious, but royal. That leads to my downfall. Actually, it is always said, pride makes you fall. So instead of moving forward, ascending, I begin to descend. So the sign of carelessness is my progress is stagnant. Neither I am moving backward nor I am moving forward. When I see myself in such a stage, I feel boring. How long will I continue? So boredom is another form of Maya in Brahmin life. So how many of you feel bored? Anyone? Once Jagdish Bhai was saying, people feel bored only because they don't bore into themselves. When you make a well, bore well, you have to dig deep into yourself. So because you don't go deep into yourself, so you don't recognize your real identity, you live on people's opinion, people's comments, criticisms. So my self-respect is lost. So when I begin to express myself with that ego. Ego means I and mine. That will show clearly I am getting into the path of carelessness. So someone who is careful, they are always seated on the seat of their self-respect. When I don't have self-respect, then I lost my respect, so ego comes in. One of the other sign of royal carelessness is always comments. Baba says, like the other day, Baba was saying, this happens all the time. It's okay. It's in the drama. Even Maharathis do that. So what if I do? This continue all the time. They take things so easy that makes them lazy and careless. So I have to change my attitude towards the situations and use knowledge as light and might so that I am able to overcome that form of carelessness. Not to speak such language that makes me become stagnant. And Baba said in the Murli very clearly, Baba doesn't like this language spoken by children because this is the sign of being careless. What is that? Oh, this happens all the time. Who has become perfect? Everyone makes mistake. Yeah, this will continue until the end. So as if, I am just giving such remarks on the basis of the influence of Maya. So my intellect is totally blocked. I have lost the recognition of Baba. So that is why Baba calls carelessness as half sleep. It's not full sleep, half sleep. Because intellectually you know what is wrong and what is right, but practically I am not using them. So when such things happens in Brahmin life, we become negligent, we become careless, we become lazy. So what are some of the things that we can practice in our life? For me, I use two things as antidote for carelessness and laziness. The two antidotes are accuracy and determination. Because someone who is lazy and careless can never be accurate and can never have determination. So take these two antidotes with you: accuracy and determination. Together with that, accuracy means what? Doing things at the right time, in the right way, as it should be. And determination means no termination. No turning back. They say, do or die. That is determination. Not dragging on tomorrow, day after tomorrow, later. It will never happen. Determination means now or never. Together with these two antidotes, we can also overcome laziness and carelessness by taking care of our intellect. Intellect plays a very important role in Brahmin life. So keep your intellect clean and clear. When your intellect is clean and clear, you can listen to your inner voice. You can listen to the conscience very clearly. So you can guide your intellect on the basis of that wisdom so that you are on the right track. But when I am not soul conscious, my intellect is not working, mind is ruling me. So I am always doing things emotionally and then regretting for what I have done. Because I don't think before I do something. But when my third eye of wisdom is open, I am able to discern right from wrong and do what is right. Don't follow somebody who is doing wrong. I will do right according to Srimad. Intellect in Brahmin life, I feel, is a greatest asset. Don't allow your intellect to get infected. When there is infection in the intellect, the sign is laziness and carelessness. So how do we get infection on the intellect? 3 things. If I can avoid these 3 things, I can make my intellect clean and clear, free from infection. First thing is faith. Have full faith in Baba. If there is any form of doubt, that doubt is an infection. Dadi always says, doubt is even worse than cancer. Cancer also can be cured these days. Doubt cannot. So don't allow doubt to come in your intellect. Always believe in what Baba says. Then intellect will remain very, very clean and clear. Once Dadi also mentioned the reason why we get infected in our intellect is because of the company, wrong company we keep. Company affects my intellect. So take care of the good company. Your intellect is not affected and you can make proper judgments. So one infection can come in the form of doubt. Secondly, always follow Srimad. Don't listen to Manmat and Paramat. That is Maya. My own dictates and dictates of others' mind. No, it must be Srimad. Then my intellect will be very, very clean. And the third very interesting practice we need to make is not to get impressed by anyone and not try to impress anyone from your side. This is a very biggest form of infection which makes me lose my self-respect completely. Appreciate everyone. Accept everyone as they are. Acknowledge their goodness, but don't be impressed. Getting impressed is a sickness. Baba has spoken in the Murli many times. Many times we get stuck in the name and form of people and we cannot move forward. We get stuck. So one thing, if I want to be free from carelessness, either subtle or gross, my intellect should be given a lot of priority to keep it clean and clear. And listen to your conscience very often. Don't listen to people's voice. Listen to your inner voice. Then it will help you to move on the path of truth, of self-confidence. The second thing, what is very, very important to move away from carelessness to being careful is see yourself and see Baba. Don't bring the third person in between. Dadi Janki said once, when you bring the third person, third eye will be closed. So naturally, when your eyes are closed, you will be careless, not careful. So make sure that me and Baba, no third person in between, that could block my connection, so I cannot receive power from Baba. That is a second method that we can use to overcome carelessness, laziness. If I want to really compare yourself with the ocean. Of course, I cannot become like ocean anyway, so there is no comparison. The third important dharana that we need to have, as I said, is determination. Determination means powerful thought. Determination is making effort on the basis of promise. Powerful state of mind. I remember once Dadi Janki said, just tell yourself, why did Baba choose me to be his child? He has faith in me, confidence in me, that I will be his obedient child and I will be his right hand to glorify his name. So Baba has chosen me and I need to fulfill Baba's wish. If I don't do it, who else will do? That's one thing. Second thing is when. I have to do it now. If I don't do it now, never. So if I have this intoxication, you can never be careless. Intoxication and carelessness cannot go together. You know, someone who has enthusiasm and intoxication, they are full of energy. Their feet of the intellect do not touch the earth. They are in the flying stage. So I need to apply this formula. See Father, follow Father, and become like the Father. Not to bring third person in between. And the fourth important method that we can apply in our life is to transform anything negative into positive. The earlier I learn the art of transformation, the sooner I will become equal to Baba. Because all of us, our aim of making effort is to become Bap Saman. So it is one of the methods. See Father, follow Father, and become like the Father. Yeah, it does not mean that you should not appreciate others, you should not acknowledge others, but not to get impressed by them. And number 5, one of the methods I use in my practical life to overcome either subtle or gross carelessness is urgency of doing things, no procrastination. As they say, procrastination is the thief of time. So, and Baba also reminds us, whatever you have to do, do it now, now or never. So this practice, this urgency, the time, when I am aware of the time and its value, I will not waste time, I will not waste my breath or waste my life. Because there is recognition of time and realization of the self. These two go together. Realization of the self, a recognition of the time, make you free from carelessness. From today, we can think about letting go of this old habit of blaming, blame culture. We should, instead of blaming, we can apply the dharana of appreciation and acceptance. Then we will stop blaming others. Then we start moving forward with fast speed. So what we need in our life is intoxication and enthusiasm. When you have enthusiasm, the energy of enthusiasm, you can move forward in flying stage. And when you have intoxication, so you are able to experience the supersensuous happiness of Brahmin life, and that works like a petrol for flying stage. So now we cannot be grounded. Yeah? We have to let go of this ground, the corporeal consciousness, and begin to fly. So let us not even blame ourselves. Let us not blame others for what is happening. Wherever necessary, accept whatever happening as being good. It's for my benefit. So when I am always awake, what is the sign? I am free from carelessness and laziness, negligence, or giving excuses. when we become free from all these 5 forms of Maya, what do we become? Vapsaman, you become an angel to give vision to others. So this time while I am in Madhuban, you can check yourself. Is there any trace of laziness, carelessness, giving excuses, or being negligent and blaming others? Even if somebody is wrong, I don't need to do wrong, I need to be right. Nowadays, Baba says you cannot teach people by speaking in words. You have to speak to them by forgiving them for what they have done and forget. So when you practice this formula of forgiving and forgetting, it is so easy to fly. Many souls say it is easy to forgive, but it's not easy to forget. So Dadi also gave one yukti. Once when she was speaking to us, she said, easy way of forgetting is only to remember the good things you have received from that person. Appreciate that person. So when you begin to appreciate, automatically when that person comes in front of you, you will not remember what they did to you, nor they would remember. No, this is a beautiful practice we can all do. Experiment. When anyone comes in front of me, even if they have done any mistake, I have forgiven and forgotten their mistake to such an extent that I don't remember. Nor they remember their mistake when they see me. Otherwise, sometimes even though we have transformed, we have corrected our mistakes, but because we have not forgotten, so that keeps coming back into our memory track. So if I want to really become Vapsaman, my track of the mind has to be very clean. What we call it as chit. Our chit, track of the mind, there should be only purity, cleanliness, and nothing else. So when I have that attention, I know that I am progressing with fast speeds. No, Baba always says, past is past. So live in the present, then your future will become bright. This is also something that will help me to go fast, even though I have come last. What is the easy way? To put a full stop. When you learn the art of applying full stop, you automatically not only move fast, but you are able to go fast and become first. So somebody was asking this morning, what is the easy method to go fast and become first? So this is what I told them. Simple way is to put a full stop to the past in a second. Finish. It's like drawing line on the water. How long does it stay? It doesn't stay longer. So this time while you are in Madhuban, let carelessness, laziness, negligence, excuses, let it disappear completely. Instead of that, bring enthusiasm, intoxication, determination, and accuracy. So that will make you become Bapsaman easily. No excuses. Only answer. So in that way, we become close to Baba and we can return home with Baba as his companion. So I hope you can let go of these two enemies to join the race of remembrance and become first. Become the garland of Baba's neck. Okay? Om Shanti. So we have half an hour now. Is there any really boiling question from anyone? Any question that you would like, really want the answer now? You can raise your hand and come forward. We give you the mic to say. Any question? All are satisfied? That's fine. So for the next half an hour, we will practice yoga in the form of being a lighthouse and a might house. Being a lighthouse and a might house. We know that lighthouse is always placed in the highest place. So we go to the highest place in this world, be with the highest Father in our highest stage, and draw that light and might from the highest one, and let that rays of light and might reach out to the whole world. So stay in Parandam, the highest place, highest abode in your highest stage for half an hour, and see the wonder it can do to your life and your sanskaras. So let us fly, leaving everything behind here as a point of light. become resident of the highest place in this world, Parandam, and give Sakash to the whole world. To give Sakash to the corporeal world, become resident of the highest place, Parandam. Come, let us stabilize ourselves in Parandam, become the tower of light and might, and spread and become merged in the sun of knowledge, the highest on high, and I allow these rays to reach out into the whole world. The vibrations of this Sakash is touching the hearts of each soul on this earth, even the elements of matter. I stay in this highest stage, in the highest abode, with the highest Father, in the tower of silence, and allow this Sakash to reach out to the whole world.
करे मन सा सेवा बढ़ाए चरण को, चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा बढ़ाए चरण को, चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा। विचारों में शक्ति गजब की समाई, शक्ति गजब की समाई। अच्छे विचारों में सबकी भलाई, हटाते हर बिखरे नम आवरण को। चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा। हृदय में हमारी शुभ भावना है, हृदय में हमारी शुभ भावना है। सभी हो सुखी शांत शुभ कामना है। हृदय में हमारी शुभ भावना है। सभी हो सुखी शांत शुभ कामना है। रखे स्मृति में किए प्रभु से प्रण को। चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा। चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा बढ़ाए चरण को। चलो हम बदल दे वातावरण को। करे मन सा सेवा बढ़ाए चरण को। चलो हम बदल दे करे मन सा सेवा। करे मन सा सेवा। शिव की याद रहेगी तब आँखों में समा